Alright. I believe I figured out my fucking audio for finally. Let's see here. Returnal live. Yes, okay. Finally figured out the audio issue. That took a while. Alright, so welcome to Returnal. This is immediately following part 1. I beat the game once. And so got off the planet, beat the game. Died of old age. As I was getting put into the ground, all of a sudden I woke back up on the planet again. Except for it looks different now. This is my first run. So I could talk about the game a little bit, and we'll see how this goes. This is not normal. Usually I don't start a run already damaged and have to stick my armor in this thing. So as I play, I'll try to talk about some things I like and dislike, but actually, I haven't found this game super difficult. It's just that you have to have a pretty good run going for you if you're going to do good. Which I guess is pretty typical of a roguelike. Yeah, this is definitely not my normal level. So typically, when I start a run, I'm in like this really dark, like bluish looking forest. This kind of looks yellow, more yellow, and it's daytime. Usually it's night, so something's already different about this run. Anyway, so I'll quickly run over how this game plays, essentially. Very minimalistic as far as combat goes. You can only dodge. It has a very short cooldown, but you can, and while I'm dodging it, I'm invincible. Like I can dodge right through a laser beam, essentially. Jump, obviously, jump, dodge, and shoot, and that's essentially it. Now there is some cool things with this game. Like one, can't really show this on stream. This game has really cool use of the rumble. Like right now I don't feel anything, but if I come out here where it's raining, there's very tiny little, like very super tiny rumbles in my hand because it's raining on top of my suit. Which I thought that was cool. And then like the triggers for the PS5 controller have like feedback for themselves too, and this game actually uses it. Like there's the regular shooting, and to aim down my sights, I use the left trigger, and like I only pull it down slightly, and there's like a stopping point where the trigger is like gets hard to push. If I push past that, that's how I can use my secondary fire. So it's like almost like the trigger is 2 buttons now. But yeah, that's essentially the game. I won my last run with actually a pretty unique build. There's these little parasites you can put on you, and they do bad shit to you, but they also help you. And I stuck a ton of parasites on myself, and then I got a relic that makes it so that I like do way more bonus like stagger damage when the more parasites I have. So I was just stunning the shit out of shit while I shot them. That worked out pretty good for me. So these little yellow things are the currency. The enemies drop them, and you can find them on the ground and stuff. These gates are fucking annoying. They usually have like a chest or something good behind them. Oh, also I can melee. Should bring that up. I have like a lightsaber, like a sword that retracts into this handle. But I almost never use the melee for fighting because it is very hard to dodge bullets that are coming at you while you're really close to an enemy. I usually try to stay really far away from everything. Anyway, so these gates, you have to find their opener switch, which I see is up here. You gotta shoot that to open them. This one was pretty easy. Sometimes I can't find it at all, though. And so immediately, I can trade in my pistol for a grenade launcher. And I've actually never used a grenade launcher because I finished my last run with like the same gun the whole time. You can see here my dead body from before.
Helios, have I always been here? I've become part of them.
Uh-oh, what the fuck?
No.
What is this? I'm gonna have to fight versions of myself.
This isn't me.
Or am I just going crazy because I've done so many Returnals? I'm gonna guess she's just going crazy. Shoot it. Get out of here. Gross. Yeah, so I've never used this grenade launcher. I unlocked it on my last run, and anyway. So I would say this is the first game I've played that actually feels next-gen. Specifically because of the controls, but also because the graphics. This game looks really fucking good to me. And, I don't know, it just feels pretty immersive while I'm in it. Like, it runs at such a smooth frame rate. I have had it crash one time, which was so annoying because if the game crashes, then you just
Song I
your
was
end
always
run is
playing.
over. A song. What song? Okay, so I guess I have to follow music, which this has never happened before. This is like a new biome, I guess, that I've never been in before. So here's the gameplay. Dodge bullets. Oh, also, something I should point out. There's a couple cool things with the combat in this game. You can see when I go to reload, there's a little bar in the middle of the screen. If I tap the right trigger in the center of that bar, I get an instant reload, so I can reload twice as fast. And if I screw it up, then it takes twice as well. So it's a high risk, high reward, whatever.
Everyone to come here. Has nothing changed?
I actually still don't know much about the story because I beat the game so quickly.
The music is calling me now. How do I stop this? I don't want to become that woman who speaks madness with my voice.
But yeah, there's like, you can see different cycles of yourself like progressively get crazier as the game's going, because I can find recordings of myself on different runs. Like if I die and I restart, it's not actually a time loop. But when I die, my body falls and then I just restart off the planet all of a sudden. But my body will still be there where I died. So it's not like an actual time loop, it's just that she just keeps coming back to life over and over. Anyway, so yeah, a couple little combat details that actually make this game intricate. Like, the better you play, the more this game rewards you. To show you that fact, see at the bottom of my screen in the center, there's like a little lightning bolt with a 0.6. So every 3 enemies I kill, that will go up 1. And I get like these levels, they're called adrenaline levels. So every 3 enemies I kill without taking damage, I get 1 adrenaline level, and my adrenaline levels increase my combat skill. Or like give me abilities and stuff I can do. Like I just got level 1, I get enhanced overload. It makes my reloading thing easier to pull off. That guy looks like he's doing something crazy. I've never fought these enemies before, so excuse me if I'm not. Oh, I got hit. Okay, so I didn't get hit. I have to kill enemies without getting hit, and the game highly rewards you. If I can get 15 enemies killed without getting hit, then like my melee is stronger. I get more XP, or like the yellow currency or whatever. I get more higher chance of getting resin or something. I don't know, remember what they all are. But basically the one I care about most is the first level, which makes it so I can reload better. Oh, and then there's another one called Enhanced Sight, which is level 2, I just got it. It means that I can see enemies through walls a little bit, like she can like hear them. It makes a little pulsing symbol. These little glowing things on the floor, these are random encounters. I actually end up ending most of my runs in these, because sometimes I'll jump down here, it'll give me treasure. Sometimes I'll jump down here and it'll just be a fucking boss that's way stronger than like where I can fight it yet. I also have a grappling hook. I just unlocked that by beating the last boss last run. Ah! Shit. In my opinion, these are those little fucking flying bats are one of the cheapest enemies in the game to me. Because they just go and melee attack you, but they're flying, so it's hard to see them sometimes, and when they can get behind you really easy, so it's easy for you to get hit in the back and not realize even what they were there. And it pisses me off because sometimes I'll have really good adrenaline, like a really good adrenaline bar going, and they'll ruin it. These, I believe this is going to be a caliber, right? Yep, these calibrators. I picked these up, and if you look on the very bottom left of my screen, there's a little white bar that says 15 on it. That bar, if as I level up that bar, the higher level it gets, the higher quality weapons I'll find in the world. This is a random house that shows up every once in a while. Well,
every time I leave, I return.
Oh,
the lights were left on. It's open.
The house is different. So like the last 6 times I've seen this house, it's been locked and I haven't been able to get in it. I think I can get in it now though. I hate doing these house parts though, they're scary. It's like a haunted house. But this is the house that the main character grew up in, and you kind of learn about her backstory by exploring the haunted house. Last time I did this though, I got a really good artifact at the end that let me respawn instantly if I died.
This has changed. It's like someone is moving things.
Yeah, creepy haunted house.
Hi, sweetheart. I'm not coming home.
Is that... Okay. So far from what I grasped from the story of this game, I actually don't know barely anything. I've learned more about the alien race that lived here than I have about my main character so far. Pretty much from what I can gather, like her mom was an astronaut, something happened to her, and then like the main character became an astronaut and took her place. And her mom was never proud of her, and she has huge mommy issues. Something about a piano, like I played piano, I don't know. I actually...
these for a while.
It's been difficult to understand the story because I'm getting really good runs that are making it so that I can blast through the game, and I'm not able to get like the random events that tell me story things very often, like this house for example. This is scary. Don't want to look. Okay, I don't have to go down there. Yeah, last time I did this, like I would try to go into different rooms and shit, and like a ghost would slam the door on me, and there was footsteps everywhere. It scared the shit out of me.
Who's there?
What is this? The main character also keeps seeing this like astronaut everywhere. It like follows me around, but it's like a NASA style astronaut, like old fashioned. I think it's supposed to be her mom. Like she can never get away from her mom, like out from under her shadow or something. I don't know, but wait. Huh. See, global warming's not real. I don't know what year this game's supposed to be set in, but look at, there's not less mass of land on the ground. Never been in this room before. This room was closed last time I came here. Book. All about an astronaut. This sounds like 40k reading this. What book is this supposed to be? The astronaut stared back. I don't know, this seems like a little sci-fi book that has like a lot of references to the character. Like there's talking about a piano there, twisting Icar up here. A lot of this is like stuff that's happening to the main character right now. The astronaut. Okay. Wish I could see the cover of the book. Anyway.
Delay in our adequate match. Astra found a way to...
She keeps talking about Astra and Helios and stuff too. I don't know what they are though, because I've been plowing through the game and been having a really hard time, like, learning what all the shit is that she talks about all the time. And yes, I do hear this thumping. It said, let me in. I guess it's time to let you in. Mom. You can come in.
It's still waiting.
It's gone. Creepy ghost astronaut. It's behind you. Oh, please don't make me have to turn around. Yeah. Okay, let me go back to the computer. I hear footsteps up here. Perhaps they're my own. Book. The little octopus is new.
Octo. I remember you.
Uh-oh. Shoot it. My laptop is gone. I found this cube last time I came to the house too. It disappeared in my hand. Crush. Just like that. Alright, you took my laptop, you left me with this little paper. Oh, Astra is the company I work for all this time?
Regrettable delay. Inadequate match. Who's this for?
We apologize for the regrettable delay in our response. With a truly humbling amount of applicants to choose from, our unexpected predicament is both extraordinary and unprecedented. After thorough analysis of your materials, although we appreciate your interest, we've decided to pursue other candidates whose backgrounds and aptitudes are more closely aligned with our current requirements and future needs. At present, we feel your proficiencies would prove an inadequate match given conditioning necessary for deep space missions. Should we have more openings related to your field, we encourage you to reapply. We appreciate your interest in our program. Warmest regards, Astra. This is a denial letter. Did I send this and she's remembering it, or is this an alternate timeline thing? Was I never actually part of Astra? And I'm outside. Well. New item unlocked. Oh, what's this? A little music box? Plays a sound when near secret locations. Oh, that's cool. I have found one secret location in this whole game so far. It was like a little wall I could break with my melee attack. Also, every time I get to these houses, every time I find one of these houses, like this map area is pretty much the same, but there's always this area like up there. I gotta look at it closer, but there's always an area up there like that I can't get to. I think there's like tombs or something up there. Anyway, okay, see ya house. Oh, can I go back in the house now? Because last time it like locked me out and I couldn't go into it for many runs. The light's off. I'm assuming I can't get in. Yes, I can't get in. Oh, that's all for this run. But if I grab this, things are gonna spawn and fight me. Or is this a new... Oh, it's a new kind of weapon. I've never used this one before. A Weber. Semi-auto. Looks like my bullets bounce around. Oh, okay. That's interesting, I guess. Things can't cast it. Huh, this is an interesting weapon. It's called a driver. We'll see how much damage it does. So far I've really just liked the automatic rifle, and there's like this one there's two kinds of like automatic rifles. There's like the regular SMG, and then there's like a longer range one. Oh, this gun hits hard. There's a longer range gun that like seems. Sorry, I can't think straight. It has like tracking bullets that hit harder, but they have way lower fire rate. I like that one too. Oh, these guys are hard. Oh yeah, something that fall down here. I fight a fucking mini. Oh my god! It almost one-shot me. And I died. See, just like that. Sometimes you have a really bad run immediately. What is this? Oh, this run started at when I died from old age. Oh, it looks like I'm back in this zone again. Looks like I can never get to that zone from the beginning of the game. So yeah, I guess it's not a totally new game.
The world still changes.
Whoa.
Was it waiting for me to return all this time?
Alright, so I guess after I beat the game the first time, now I just start the game at this area. That's that. This green forest. Where I can find the music. This is like most of the combat though. Like when you're not fighting bosses and stuff. Actually, even the bosses too. But, like if you're not fighting mini bosses that fucking leap at you and one-shot you. This game is a lot of just like dodging these little light balls, which I don't know how it comes across in the stream, but it's pretty dang fun in person. These red circles, or the red shields, I have to melee to kill them. Yeah, this game's not a very good roguelike. I have come to terms with that. I can accept that, but maybe not for the reason people say. I've heard people, from what I've been reading, the biggest complaint I hear is two things. One, the runs are really long. Like, when you finally get the good run, it's like almost 3 hours, and it's like, that means you have to play 3 fucking hours without dying, which is in a very difficult game like this. Oh, by the way, this is the machine gun I was talking about, where the bullets track. In a game where you have to not die, and every die is an instant, like there's no saving, nothing. That is pretty hard. That's a tough call. So, I read online that like this game's supposed to take you about 40 hours to beat because it takes about that long the learning curve. I don't know. I finished Act 1 in 2 hours. It was just a matter. Oh, 2 hours, but 2 hours before I got to the good run where I beat it, which was 3.5 hour run. And the other complaint I hear about it is that it doesn't have very many unique like paths. Like the good run, if you finally god damn it, fell on this fucking cliff. When you finally get a good run, it's like not a very unique build. It's just about finding a lot of health items, essentially. And that actually is pretty true. But I think the gameplay is good enough to make up for that. Like the gameplay is really fun, even if you can't have really crazy unique runs. These rooms, they have like a blue icon on the minimap. Usually there's an item in these. This one is you have to buy something. I don't have enough currency. I just started with them. Oh, this is what this is for. Getting up here. But I do definitely agree with the runs take way too long for a roguelike. Like, I think the key when you play a roguelike game, when you finish a run, or if you when you die, a lot of the time with like a good roguelike, you think to yourself, like after you die, you'll think to yourself, wow, I can't wait to start another one, or oh, do I have enough time? I want to do one more. Maybe I can get it this time. This game, it's actually I would say it's more exhausting. Like when you die, you're just like, fuck, and you just put it down, and it makes me not want to even play anymore for the rest of the day and just take a break from it, because it's like the runs are so The gameplay, god damn it, fuck the fucking cliff again. Gotta stop talking while I'm doing platforming. The runs, like, the gameplay of it is takes so much attention, and it just makes you like tired because you have to focus so much on dodging the bullets and making sure you're like push these things at the right time, and the shit you have to go jump over, and like it's very taxing. It's not like a button mashy game at all. It's all about skill. Essentially, it's a very high skill curve, and yeah, it makes. First of all, it makes talking while I stream really difficult. I'm just repeating the same shit over and over. This is actually my favorite gun. Specifically, when I get this gun and it has the upgrade on it. Oh, like, because different guns will have different abilities. This one has serrated projectiles, which basically does, like, poison damage over time. But it's really good when you run into stupid fucking mini bosses. But yeah, so far from what I found, to get a good run, you just gotta get a lot of these resins. So that you can get your max health to be like double what it was. What do those guys even shoot? I haven't seen them shoot yet. Oh, I lost that music box already. Damn. And I usually save up all my currency just to buy healing shit when I find, because there's like shops you can find where you go there and there'll be like 6 things you could buy. I usually save my shit until I get to the boss. If I'm having a good run, I'll save my shit until I can get to a boss, and then right before I go to fight the boss, I'll go back to it and buy healing items, because those are definitely how you beat bosses. Here's a pretty interesting thing in this game. So you can find like malignant versions of items. They're like, and they'll have a chance of fucking you up. So this is a heal. This is a heal, but if I pick it up, I have a chance of getting messed up. I think that one was like a 50-50 when it says normal. So I got healed. I didn't get any downside. But if I get a downside, then I have to do like a side quest or like a side mission to be able to fix my suit again. This thing hurts me, but gives me Obolite. I'm pretty healthy. Fuck it, I'll give it a shot just so you can see it. So I'll lay on it and I'll take a little nap, and then I wake up and I'm all fucked up. But I might get something. Wow, this is new. Gross. What was that? A little monster in a wheelchair? Is that what my mother became? Wow, that hurt me a lot. But I got this. Oh, this is the thing, this artifact. 20% stagger power for each attacked parasite. I just had like 4 parasites on me, and none of them were even that bad, and so I just was like stun locking shit. Lock gates, need a key. There's locked chests that need keys too, obviously. Dang, I got really hurt from that thing. I wish I hadn't grabbed that now. I'll just heal up here. Right there. Now, what I'm not trying to... Oh, damn it! Oh, shit, I'm fucking up! No! Take this thing's my run. When I'm not trying to stream and talk and shit, I've actually found the platforming in this game not that challenging. I was about to say, and then all that happened. Yeah, that's because of like the PS5's super fast load times. Instead of having a loading screen, when you die and your like thing ends, you'll just have a little vision, and then all of a sudden you're just back to where you were. So like the beginning of the game, I was crashing my ship, Now it's just like weird random memories, and then I quickly wake up here, like after being buried.
Always changing. Always trapped. Every way out is another cycle.
So yeah, this game is really challenging, but then if you get a good run going, then I found it to be not that bad at all. You just have to be able to get through the beginning of each run, because the beginnings of the run are always really fucking hard. Because the difference between like 0 minutes into your run and then like 30 minutes into your run is the same exact enemies. So you could walk into a fucking mini boss on the very first room of your run, and I find that really stupid. It pisses me off a lot of the time. Especially if I have a streak of like 4 or 5 runs where it's just impossible immediately. But sometimes you'll have runs where it's just like 30 really easy rooms in a row, and that's usually how you actually get a good run going. How do I get up there? I don't see any... These branches maybe? Can I run along these? No, doesn't look like it. Oh, treasure. Better pistol. All the guns actually aren't that bad, like, except for the shotgun. If I have the shotgun, I just want to fucking end my run immediately. I hate the shotgun. It sucks. Because I like to be so super far away from things, so I have good chances to dodge their bullets. So when you have to use the shotgun and get up close, it sucks. Yeah, fuck it. I'm done trying to get up there. I'll just go to the next room. What is this? 10% weapon damage. For free? Don't mind if I do. I hear like a squirmy noise around here. With these? Oh yeah, it's these little eggs. Also, each of the different biomes is really different from each other. This one's pretty similar to the first level, the weird nighttime forest. But there's like a desert that I thought was pretty cool, and I thought it was pretty freaking different from the forest. And then the third one was like a giant. The third level I went through was like a giant fucking city. And what's interesting to me... Sorry, the music's getting really loud. What's interesting to me is that, like, the first level was like this one, where it's just, like, you finish a room, you walk around, and then there'll be, like, doors that let you into the next room or whatever. The desert was, not like that at all. It was like one straight shot from the beginning of the biome to the end. There was barely any rooms that you could go to on the sides or anything. There was just one thing the whole way, and it wasn't even split into rooms. It was just one really long tunnel that was like slightly segmented. And then the desert, the city that for the third biome actually felt like a city. Like it didn't have a road. It had like essentially, I don't know what you want to call it. Was it these? Yeah, it had these. It had like these things all over, and they had like roads that were made out of these to go from one part of the city to the other. But it actually felt like a kind of just a cool, like super, like post-apocalypse advanced city essentially. Because I mean that is what it is in the story, but. Oh, these things I find, they're just like help me learn the alien language, and there's like things I can find eventually, and the more of the language I've learned, the more I'll be able to understand what it says on them, so that I can learn what happened to this planet before I got here. Boy, that 10% weapon damage is really big. I just picked up an item called a translocation sphere. And it just teleports me to a random encounter, just like if I fell down one of those holes. Here, I'll do it here in a second. Let me explore this room first. I have a key for this chest. Carry a bunch of obolites, do more damage. These things called ether, they're a currency that I can actually carry through between one run to another. I usually don't do the gamble things because I found that they really start stacking up. It's like when you get a couple bad ones. Alright, I'll do the random encounter that I picked up from that item. It's a room full of eggs. You just run through these and sometimes they drop shit. Oh, here's a parasite. Increases my protection, but my alt fire cooldown is increased by 5 seconds. That is not bad. So yeah, here's a little parasite I'll put on. Where did I stick it? Looks like it's on my back. So it's this tentacly little guy, he just jams into me and gives me a buff and a debuff. Here's another one. Greatly increased melee cooldown. Ooh, dash cooldown too? That sucks. I wouldn't mind the melee one because I barely ever use it, but dash cooldown is rough. Oh, this one's high risk, high reward too. Gives me 1 integrity, or which is like my max health. So I can either raise my max health or take damage instead. I don't want to do it though because I have 5 adrenaline, and adrenaline actually is so significant for fighting. Another parasite. 50% chance to find better salvage or suffer damage. I don't ever pick up the ones that suffer damage in picking up items. It sucks. Because you pick up items a lot and it sucks to always get hurt. So I got a little parasite out of that room. I got a resin so that helps me increase my max health a little bit. Not bad. Go to this item room. Wasn't an item room. Dash disabled, that typically means it's gonna be a platforming room.
I can smell my corpses rotting. Some are watching me from high above. Others from pits. They refuse to speak with me except to say, "You are severing." What have I become?
I'm assuming eventually I'll get something that lets me walk into this red shit. Because you do unlock permanent upgrades, like the grappling hook I unlocked. The sword I unlocked eventually. I have seen some areas where there's like water that I can't, there's items down in like a water pit that I can't get to. So I'm assuming eventually I have something that lets me like swim or walk underwater or something. Ooh. Whoops. There we go. If I pick up 3 of those resins, I get increased max health. It's not very much, it's like by 5% maybe, I'd guess. But over the course of a whole run, especially considering they take 3.5 hours, just for me, it's significant. Damn, this is so strong. Oh shit! And I lost my adrenaline. and who's stunned right now. There's a little white bar underneath their health that will tell you how close they are to being stunned. Sorry if I'm yelling, the music got really loud. This is why I hate the shotgun. It's so good to be able to just stay away from shit. Staggered. Fucked up my reload. Fucking sending the melee him. Oh, it looks like when he's staggered, he puts up a little anti-gun shield. Usually these guys drop a gun. Yep, he drops a shotgun, of course. Hate it. So yeah, that was a mini-boss room. When the mini-boss rooms, like, when the mini-boss spawns, you can't leave the room, you had to kill him or die. That's why I said lockdown lifted after I killed him. This gun is so strong, I don't want to get used to it, or rid of it yet. There should be one more item still. Under here? Is this water? Or is this ground? Ground. And a random encounter. Okay, a room full of little obolites, but I have to make it through the lasers. Not actually that hard. Yeah, I could just dash through them. Oh, what's in here? Yes. I only got a couple more minutes to stream. Oh, here's what I was talking about. See, there's like a thing. There's an item down there. I've never even seen whatever item that is before, but I can't get to it because it's underwater. If I like jump in there, I just immediately take damage and respawn up here. So I'm thinking eventually I get something that lets me walk underwater. Why did I walk into that? So dumb. You are very dumb, for real. Oh, also something about, I should bring up about the adrenaline. Every level I have on it shoots like an additional little particle beam. Like, I'll do that, but if I have adrenaline, like one adrenaline, it shoots this little blue ball with it, and then once I get level 5 adrenaline, it shoots 5 with it. So I get like a big damage increase for having high adrenaline too. What is that? Is that a teleport pad? So I just gotta find where the other teleport pad is, maybe? What is that? A little heal. Reduces malfunction probability, but hostiles leave a pool of acid of death. Well, I don't really even mess with the malfunction thing, so I don't want it. Just take me to the top where that chest was. A really nasty container. I'm not interested. But this one is not nasty. Oh, that driver weapon that I barely got to use. Just for the hell of it, I'll show you one last thing. Maybe I will get that. Where's this one? Yeah, the parasite. I'll show you one last thing that I don't like doing because I'm using up my currencies, but I can also flames that shit off. And it was for a shotgun. Fucking piece of shit. That used 5 of my ethers, and they're not super uncommon, but you don't get very many per run. Oh, here's the opposite of that last bed. This bed will actually heal me and increase my max health slightly. But first I gotta have the nightmares. The red eye thing. Sometimes it spawns at these. So yeah, so I got a full healer and a tiny amount of max health. Ooh, the haunted house. I'm gonna end the stream with this haunted house, I guess.
It's open again.
What did I learn at the last haunted house? At an octopus? Oh, I got rejected for the space program.
The fog
This
seeping
door's open
inside.
now.
Am I not the only thing that can enter here?
Piano.
This melody. I remember that.
A creepy TV. Let's stick our arms inside.
What are you doing?
Just like that book on the Iker.
Wake up.
Put my arms inside. Who's talking? Was that me? Gone. Someone's fucking in here and calling my name. Turns out I'm a lesbian. Let's watch TV.
Waiting for me. Like the astronaut.
When we look back at the monumental success of the first cruise, tragic car accident occurred in the Okanagan-Wenatchee nuclear landing, it is impossible to divorce the forest. Although authorities have yet to identify the mission's significance in itself from the effects the cause, as road conditions were optimal, the car broke through a guardrail and plunged witnessing world into lake. The driver, the collective and conscious understanding, has suffered major spinal injuries.
Oh. Can I pause it?
Her daughter, miraculously, of humankind's place on Earth. And thereby the universe.
So I'm gonna guess that my mom was going to be an astronaut.
Upon the surface of another celestial body, survived unharmed.
What I'm taking from that, me and my mom were driving together. My mom was gonna be an astronaut. I got rejected from the space program. My mom was supposed to be the astronaut that goes to this planet, or maybe a planet like it. We got in a car crash. My mom got crippled. That's why that monster was like sitting in that wheelchair. That was like a nightmare version of my mom. She got crippled, broke her legs. Because she couldn't do it anymore, now I became the astronaut, and now I'm dealing with like my character is dealing with like the mother issues and like the pain of being the one that replaced the person who should have gone to the planet. My mom should have been the first astronaut to land on what planet or whatever, but instead it was me, all because of that car crash. That's my guess, at least. Alright, broke the cube. Let's go. It looks like it's upstairs, maybe? Oh, no, it's not.
What do you want?
Mama! Ooh, can I go in this door now? Last time I tried to, the door slammed in my face.
It's you, isn't it, Mother? I told you to...
Alright, that looks like a good spot to stop the stream. Yeah, so... I can't save my playthrough So I just have to put the PS4 or PS5 into rest mode. Oh, let's see what my relic was. A little ship. My dash. Oh, looks like my dash does damage now. A shoulder rush. Anyway, I can't save my run halfway through, so I just gotta put my PS5 into rest mode. Except the game fucking always updates, and every time it updates, it just restarts the game anyway. So I've never been able to just like finish a run essentially, because except for like the one I beat, because anytime I go to stop in the middle of the run, it'll just end it because it's gonna update next time I go to play.
I cannot trust my memories. The planet knows me better than I know myself.
Oh, but here's the
hive
fucking...
mind and the severed are real. Helios is real. The astronaut is missing. I haven't found it anywhere. Where has it gone?
DC hasn't texted me yet. Maybe I'm good to keep playing for a little bit. At least I can show you the shop. The shop's down here. It usually has like something like this.
Of the
Oh.
mind. Has the severed language evolved?
After the house. But yeah, for whatever reason, like, I'll find, like, these ancient alien languages, and it'll just be, like, talking to me specifically, like right now. So here's the shop. It'll have one of these. I can put my obolites in it and then get either. Or I can buy shit. Sometimes I'll have a free item here. I don't this time. Or I can buy stuff here. The left one's always going to be a heal. So basically, if I find the boss on the map, I'll come over here and I'll buy this. This astronaut figurine, God, this could be a really good run. I wish I didn't have to stop now. This astronaut figurine, I buy it, it'll make it so that I can respawn one time if I die. Great for bosses. Wow, this is really good. Whoa, why does my run have to end here? Let me at least see what this door is. I think this is the source of the music I've been hearing. I gotta find 2 keys to open this, and I'm assuming the boss is in there. Alright, well, that's my run. Goodbye, y'all.